me, Mom, Logan. Crush Cards, hi. So today we have my 6th place deck profile from our OTS tourney. If you saw the first video, Brian got 1st place, I got 6th place. I actually was doing amazing until round 5. Right before Top Cut, round 5, I actually got paired against Brian, which is inevitable because that's all that ever happens at these tournaments at our locals, which is fine. It was round 5, so I couldn't complain.
Yeah, but round 5, that means we were both doing super duper well. We had to play each other.
It felt bad because we were like, oh, are we both going to make Top Cut? We both did make Top 8, which was amazing. Yep. But you know what happened in Top 8? We got paired against each other in Top 8. So I was like, you know what? One of us is getting an invite. I already have mine. Brian already has his. But you know what? I guess Brian can have the 4th one. So we played it out. I lost. It's fine. His deck, Life Twin, you guys saw the deck profile. Make sure you go check it out if you didn't. It's a very hard matchup for me, believe it or not. And I play him at home all the time. And it's just hard. It's hard, all right? But I played Swordsoul, Tenyi Swordsoul, not that health BS. I don't want to lose to a single Ash. I just think that...
It's needle fiber. We don't call that guy health.
Oh,
it's needle fiber.
What do you mean? Whatever. But regardless, I don't enjoy that version of the deck. I don't like it. I think pure Tenyi Swordsoul is absolutely whack because you can play so many hand traps, and it delivered today. It was very, very good. Literally only lost to Para in Swiss, and then Brian in Top Cut, which felt really bad. So that's fine. I'll take it. But anyway, I'm going to get right into the Swordsoul deck profile. If you enjoy it, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and comment because we have a lot of deck profiles from this week going up, and we will be covering a lot more throughout this format and hopefully real events as they happen.
Woo!
So I'm really excited. I'm really proud. This is our first IRL event in a while, and it's at our own locals, and I did really well. I'm really proud of myself. I performed really well. I used my brain, and I don't know, I'm just proud. So just be proud of me, okay? Just comment that you're proud of me, please.
Shout-outs. What do you have for shout-outs?
Oh, shout-outs. Me for working my ass off. Millennium for hosting. That was really cool, even though they don't have the new OTS set, so I'm playing like rare monks. That feels really bad. But shout-out to Brian for winning. Thank God.
And filming. It's going to be a rough ride, guys. It's going to be a rough ride.
If Brian didn't, I told him, I'm like, if you do not win this whole thing, and I'm not getting my invite out of this whole little extravaganza, I'm gonna be PO'd, and he won. So you know what? It's the power of love, baby. That's what happened. But anyway, we're gonna get right in the deck profile. I'm not gonna keep talking. Anyway, all right, let's start this party off.
Wow.
We are playing 3 copies of Incredible Ecclesia. She goes 2nd special. You literally just don't have to normal summon things. That's really nice. She's just Panker Tops, and she gets you Moye. She's insane. She tributes. That's great. It's
also
free.
a tuner.
It's a tuner. That's cool. It didn't really come up or anything, so like it was whatever. But yeah, she's also a tuner. That's great. All right, Swordsoul lineup. We're just gonna rip through because these cards have been around. We're playing triple copies of Moye. Don't ever love revealing Moye off of Moye. It feels bad. But Moye is great. You know, you draw cards. That's fun. Triple Long Yuan, it's pretty standard. We burn for 12, we make 10s. That's great. We played double Taya. I was originally playing 3 Taya, but we cut for numbers' sake for this, and I think 2 Taya was perfectly fine. I actually saw Taya a lot, so I didn't really have an issue with this. This is just really standard. There's nothing special about this. Tenyi lineup. We have triple copies of Ashuna, absolutely broken, specials from the deck. We have triple copies of Vishuddha, which is great. It's such a powerful threat against up against most decks because it just bounces a card back to hand, and it's any card, so that's really great. A lot of decks,
like combo.
Yeah, this baits negates so well because decks have to like answer this, because if you open the Tenyi shenanigans and you can get to a Synchro 8 beforehand and you get in a monk, like it's great because they have to deal with that before you even combo off with Swordsoul. It's amazing. I love the Tenyis, I really do. And then we're playing double copies of Adhara. This is just my version. Some people max out on Adhara, but I think 2 is the way for this build in particular. He's a tuner. That actually comes up later in the deck profile. We've got some fun spice in the extra deck for that, so stay tuned. And then we're playing the 1 copy of Shathana. It was cut, put back, cut, put back. This card has come in and out of this deck more times than I think. I've never used it. Actually, that's a lie. I think I used it against a Dino player today. I actually used Shathana. That was wild because they pop stuff and pop the monk. Who would have thought? That was crazy. Also, shout out to him. Hi. But anyway, that was wild. So yeah, this is just the Tenyi lineup. Shathana's cool because it's a 4. So if you're stuck on like a token, they pop like Moye or something, and you have the token. This is a 4. You can still make 8s. That's pretty much it. But anyway, we're gonna move into the hand trap lineup. It's pretty heavy. So we have triple copies of Ash. She's just the best generic one. Triple copies of Ghost Ogre. I think she's just the best this format. Everyone's playing Ogre. You guys will have seen it. Literally all of us are playing Ogre in Top Cut. This card's just gas. The Brave Engine, get wrecked. Pretty much anything, get wrecked. The Flaunderies field spell, get wrecked. Like, just,
you know, it came up so much for me.
Yeah, I 2'd flew today. That felt really good. It's nice. I felt good. I played really well. Anyway, hand traps, we're playing triple imperm, of course. Also just absolute gas. And like honorary hand trap, I guess. Triple droplet. These are just my board breaking going second, like they're just insane.
So, okay, so Thursday you did not play Droplet in the main. You sided it. You played a different hand trap instead.
I tried Bell. I wanted to try it. I talked to Fuji about it, and I was like, yeah, we'll see how Bell works. And Bell was terrible, so I took it out.
So shout out to Fuji.
Shout out to Fuji. No, it's fine. That's why we test. We test at local so that we can learn these things, get experience, and learn from those things. So don't be afraid to try new things. But Droplet went swiftly back into the deck.
Was it good?
Yes. Droplet, I didn't use it a lot, but when it hit, and honestly, like, Imperm's insane. Like, I think all of these going second cards, you need them. Like, this just makes the deck so much better that there's so much flexibility in hand traps. It's wonderful. And then we're playing triple copies of Vessel for the Dragon Cycle. This literally says dump a Tenyi, dump a worm, get a Tenyi. This is really great. It just thins the deck, gets you anything, and like literally gets you to board breaking ASAP. It's amazing. And then what's really cool is I actually had the Reborn spell at one point, the Swordsoul Sacred Summit at one point, and it says like send a worm. So okay, send Taya, Reborn Taya, activate Taya. Sick. That's pretty dope. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we have the Swordsoul Emergence. This is just, you know, your searcher. It searches things. Nothing special. And then you have the Reborn spell. It's actually, I know a lot of people don't like maining this card anymore, but I like it a lot. It's really, really good. And yeah, I don't know. It says Reborn. And then 1 Desires and then 1 Blackout. It's not really anything special. Desires is fine. Desires came in clutch 1 time today, and it was whatever. Blackout loves being in my opening hand and nowhere else, clearly, but you know, that's fine. Why have a better...
Imagine if you were playing 2.
Why have a better card when you just have Blackout? So it was fine. The deck performed insane. Like, the main deck, I had no issues with the main deck. I loved it, and like, if my hands were bad, it just happens, you know? But anyway, let's move into the extra deck. I don't know why I grabbed the side deck. Extra deck, pretty standard stuff. We are playing triple copies of Monk of the Tenyi. Shout out to the rare. And then 1 Shaman, only links I play. It's just really good. Shaman's insane. A lot of people don't know what Shaman does, and they just are like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, oh, she reborns any worm? And I'm like, yeah, like, sure, you can reborn a Swordsoul. Yeah, you can't activate it because like you're locked into Tenyi effects from the extra deck and stuff, but you just reborn whatever and it does damage. That's great. But she's great. She's awesome. And then you play double Chisao. We're gonna just move into the synchro shenanigans. So double Chisao, it's pretty standard, monster negate. Draco Berserker, love this card. Obviously when you get locked in under Shaman, if you can still do things, this is great. Yazi, Baxia, we dropped the second Baxia for other fun things that we'll talk about shortly. These are standard. I put Dragite back in, this is just a spell trap negate. It's just really good here. Like, I knew this was gonna come up against Wanderies, and it did, and it was great. And you know, it's just an extra negate, it's an extra thing, and it's awesome, and like, it's just good. It's just good. Moving into the 10s, we have Chenying. I used this against Flu a lot. These 2 cards put in so much work against Flu. It was awesome. And then Baron, of course. The new 10. I love this card.
This is Logan's
favorite card. This card's so good.
The entire
this card is so good. It puts people under such pressure because it's like, oh, I special summon and you banish it and burn. Oh, I activate a spell trapper effect and you banish and burn. Like, people just... It puts them under, like, time pressure, like, burn pressure, like, it's just so good. It's big. Like, these cards are all so big, and, like, I don't know, man. It's really good. It puts people on a clock, and they're like, damn, I'm going to lose 2,400 life points if I play cards. And, like, yeah, that's pretty good. And also, if you synchro summon after he's already been summoned, you draw a card. He says draw. Between Moye and this guy, drawing. I love that. And then... we're playing the Ready Rose. I just didn't really have a better thing I wanted to play. I never make this card. It's just kind of there. I never made it. It's whatever. And then the Spice, and like Tostitos Mild Sauce. Geomathmech Final Sigma. This card is a Synchro 12. We play this because when you get nibbed, and if you're smart, when you get nibbed, or you know games 2 and 3 that you're playing under the potential of nib, and your opponent like has a terrible poker face, if you know nib is coming and you save your Adhara, you get the nib token, cool. Adhara, sync for 12, plop this in the EMZ. GG's, bro, you can't play. Like, this card's so good. It's like, and it's come up. Like, it is ironically, I didn't do it today, but like in testing, it's hilarious. And like, it just gives you something to do so that you don't just sit on a token and like lose. But yeah, that's it. I'm really happy with how this haul played out today. So let's move into the side deck really quick. We played, it's not like anything super pizzazzy. It's also 3 Droll, triple Lancia. Lancia's insane. It's really good. I never sided Nibiru. I didn't need it. honestly, this deck just is insane on its own. I really just don't think you need Nib sometimes, which is wild to say, but I just didn't need it. Twin Twisters and Evenly. Like, that was it. That was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't really see a lot of my side today. I
think that's your signature move. Your signature move is siding and not seeing it.
Like, honestly, like, I didn't really, like, I don't know why I side. I really don't. I guess Brian, I didn't bother. But like Lancia was cool. I think Lancia definitely was a deserved spot for me personally. But yeah, that was the deck. I'm really proud of it. I've been piloting this deck on and off for a couple months now. I literally just picked this deck back up like a week and a half ago, I think, for locals, and I've been tweaking it, and I'm really happy with it. And so, I don't know, I'm just proud of myself. I haven't gotten this far before.
You did great.
Thanks.
What were your matchups?
I played a Swordsoul Mirror, I played Flandres, I played Para Striker, I played Dinosaurs, which is a very hard matchup for me personally as a human being. So I 2-0'd Dinosaurs. That was really refreshing and something that hasn't happened in a while. So that was nice. It just feels good. It's that gratifying thing. And then round 5, I played Brian. And then top 8, I played Brian. So that was great. But he took it home in the end. So you know what? It all worked out. I can't complain. We're going home with dubs today. And so I'm just happy. But I haven't done my Swordsoul deck profile at all. And I'm just really happy you guys got to see it. So I hope you guys are proud. I'm going to continue trying with this deck. I think it's so fun. And let me know what you guys think if you're playing it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. I appreciate all your moral support. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and all that. I post everything on there, Instagram, all that. We'll be streaming sometime this week. I don't know what day it is at this point, but check the links in the description box down below. But yeah, shout out to all of you. Thank you, Pokemon. But we love you. You matter. And we will see you guys in the next video. I look like a hot mess. Bye, team.